Hey, fancy seeing you here. There's a few DIY jobs that you can do around the house that can have an instant impact. Take this front door, for example. We can see that it's scraping down the bottom and that there's holes that need to be patched. Now, before I take this off the hinges, I'm going to scribe along the floor where it's scraping. To scribe the bottom of the door, I'm just using a carpenter's pencil and I'll put it on edge. Basically, run along the floor. That way, we know that we're following any imperfections in the door. Then I'll cut it off, and when we put it back on, we'll know that we'll have the right gap that we need underneath the door. When you're working on an old door like this, the chances are it's going to be held up by some flathead screws. Now, instead of just getting your screwdriver and trying to undo it, a good trick is to spend the time and just clean out the slots. That way, the screwdriver locks in place and the screws will simply come out. The door off the hinges, the first thing I'm going to do is cut along our scribe line. I'll be using a circular saw to do that, and then I can clean the cut up with some sandpaper. Then I'll remove the hardware, I can patch all the holes and get it ready for painting. Before I patch the holes in the door, I'm actually going to go over it and give it a good sand. There's a few raised patches that I want to get rid of, and that might expose a few more holes. For the bigger gaps in the door, I'm just using some spack filler. Then for around these picture frames, I'll be using some gap filler. There's a lot of fillers going on around here. With the door prepped, the first thing you'll notice is now we have a lot of bare timber. That means we need to go over the whole lot with a sealer and undercoat. You want to make sure that you get under this door's edge and on top as well, because that's going to stop moisture from getting sucked in and rotting out the door. And how much better is this door looking? But we're not done with it yet. We want to make it a little bit brighter. And nothing is brighter than yellow, and I'll be giving it 2 coats for a good coverage. Best thing about yellow, it's the colour of happiness. So every time you come home, you'll be happy. And how good is this yellow door? This will definitely brighten up anyone's day. I'm going to put it in place. I've just got a windbag underneath. I'm just pumping it up until our hinges line up with the checkout. Now I can simply push it in place and screw it off. And to finish it off, I've just sanded the sill and I'll be going over it with a natural decking oil. Well, the old door, that was a reminder of things that had to be fixed around here, but this new door is a thing of beauty. It just brings a smile to my face. It's amazing what a little bit of TLC can do. So why not give it a go this weekend? It's beautiful.